What's going on, Negs? This is Eeks. Now, the mic's held close to my mouth, so it better be a nice crisp sound, mate. Right, let's go. First rune page for the first game. That's it right there, mate. Dark Harvest, secondary path is a sorcery shit. I really have not read any of these runes in detail. I just thought that I'd just chuck some on what felt right for Shaco, or read right for Shaco. So there you go. Second game is using Electrocute, and some of the precision stuff. You guys can pause the video, read through the runes, or just go onto your league client and look at them yourselves. I've only played 2 games, okay, with these runes in this new patch, yeah, 7.22. So my opinion on this, you guys might not agree, you guys might agree, but I don't think it is the most valid opinion, okay, coming from 2 games. It's not the biggest sample space, is it? So I will probably be wrong about most of this stuff, but this is just my first impression, alright? This is my initial kind of opinion of the Demon Jester as he is at the moment, alright? So yeah, we've got the Dark Harvest thing on. Obviously, like, these new camps that spawn at 125, I don't think they're great for Shaco, because obviously you want to put up at least 4 boxes. I think in the old patch I almost put up 5 by like 140, 145-ish. Instead we're putting up 3 when the camp spawns, so it's not ideal. And we're starting Race here because obviously we have no experience runes, so we start Race, we go red, then we do Wolves, Blue, maybe Gromp. So I think the early game for Shaco is a lot more farm heavy. I know Hivemind, who's another really good Shaco, and probably one of the best, if not the best in OCE. After me, of course. No, but legit, he's a hell good Shaco. And he used to farm kind of heavy early on in the last patch and always used to go off. So I still think there's potential for Shaco. It's just going to be easy for them to predict where you are if they invade you level 1 and shit. I'm obviously thinking from like high elo, like the elo I playing. So most of you guys, some of the shit I say, which is mostly negative, going to be negative by the way for this video, won't even apply to you guys. So you guys should be fucking happy, yeah? Which is what I am most of the time right now. Nah, legit, I'm getting AIDS. But yeah, so we're just going to hard farm this early, get the souls and shit. I don't know how they were for Dark Harvest, but I read that, you know, if you farm or kill, you know, monsters and shit in the jungle and buffs, you collect souls and then you do more damage based on that. I think you can see there's like 6 there, is that right? Above my HUD or on top of it? Some shit like that. But honestly, I prefer the Electrocute stuff because it's like an empowered version of Thunderlords. It might even be like exactly the same as Thunderlords, I'm not sure. But I just thought that you did more burst damage with that. Like, the Dark Harvest thing obviously helps when you come out of your queue and for your auto attack, but with Duskblade kind of already acts as that, if that makes sense. Now, most of you guys are saying that, you know, Dark Harvest is so good on Shaco. I saw one Shaco guy do a video on it. I can't actually remember his name, but yeah, it was a pretty good video actually. But I still don't think that, you know, it's better than Electrocute because, you know, most of the clips was when he was like 5 levels above everyone else and had, you know, like 4 or 5 items. Everyone else was on like 2, so I'm not really sure that was a fair representation of what's the best mastery thing to run on him, or whatever they're called, runes, masteries, they're all the same now, eh? But yeah, we accidentally brought a Dirk here, by the way, instead of Tiamat. Always go Tiamat second, especially with this Electrocute shit, which is in the next game, not this one. But in the when you're running Electrocute, you obviously want it because your third ability or auto, so your Tiamat counts towards that, so it's always useful using it, on Shaco. So that's what you want. But yeah, we accidentally brought a Dirk. We obviously get a Duskblade quicker, but nothing to really write home about as of yet. But yeah, you're going to see us go off in these games. I think we get a quad in this game. But opinion on Shaco so far, he is still shit. Still really bad. That is my honest opinion. Most of you guys probably don't like it, like my opinion, or don't want me to say that. But guys, I'm just going to spit the truth, mate. Or the truth in my eyes, I should say. I just don't think that, like, I was expecting Shaco to do more damage. I was expecting him to kind of, I don't know, have more pressure jungling, which maybe is more to do with my playstyle, and I haven't really played. This is, by the way, this elo, this is in Flex Q. You guys can go on my op.gg and look what elo they are. They're all like gold, plat, so very standard game, as you can probably tell. But I don't think, like, the damage and shit that you do now with these new runes and masteries is any different from the damage you did in the previous patch, so 7.21, and every, like, the last 6 or 7 patches before this one. I still don't think you do more damage, if that makes sense. This Hecarim, I don't know what he's doing. I think he went AFK because he knew the game was over, but then we get a nice quadra kill here. So we are the condemn and kill them, yeah. Nice, easy stuff. So the damage there actually kind of felt different, especially towards Vayne. Like, she kind of just died instantly. But man, like, I still think I could pull off these plays or get as many kills as I did against these type of players. With the old Masteries, with the old runes, with the old build, which is exactly the same, by the way. I just don't think anything has really changed for Shaco. And what's going to make it even worse, in my opinion, and this will sound retarded because most of you who watch my stream have seen me flame and complain, rhyming accidentally, like all the time about this meta and how AIDS it is, the tank meta, running into Sejuani's, Maokai's, Cho'Gaths. In my opinion, right, I would rather verse a challenger, or we'll just say, you know, generally, like I'd rather verse a Sejuani in the jungle than a Nidalee, than a Rek'Sai, than a Kindred, than an Ezreal at the moment. I would much rather verse a tank. Because I can just picture, like, I think the junglers that have just pressurize the map so much early game especially are just going to be fucking AIDS for Shaco to deal with, because his clear has gotten worse because of his boxes. I just think it's going to be so hard for him to deal with, like, Ezreals, Nidalees in the jungle all the time, or just, like, all over the map, knowing your pathing and shit like that. I just think in higher elo, against a challenger Nidalee, yeah, it's just, or like, you know, anyone, challenger Rek'Sai and shit like that, it's just going to be so fucking hard for him. So honestly, my expectations so far for myself to climb or to get Chow or whatever are pretty fucking low. But maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm not being too negative and pessimistic and whatever, but I think, yeah, I just want to be real, and this is yeah, my honest opinion. So I don't think Shaco is any different. I don't think he's worse by any means. He may have gotten a little bit better, but I think it's more to do with the meta that Shaco's playing in rather than actually Shaco himself. So the last one was just tank and ADC and Ardent shit, you know, all that was just fucking, you know, so hard to deal with him. But I think now that these junglers like Ezreal is fucking really broken at the moment, I know it really doesn't matter because it's ranked and stuff, but I just think it will be a lot harder for him to verse those type of junglers rather than just kind of passive tanks early on who just want to secure level 3 and then they go to gank. Because I think your window of opportunity to do anything is very, very small, and you have to honestly, I think you just have to kind of escape the early game without dying. And that's probably only for like Shacos in high elo, because I think junglers who have a brain will invade you, will put pressure on you as Shaco. It's annoying to deal with and hard to deal with on him. And now I think it's going to be even harder, because the jungle's very, very snowbally at the moment. I've spoken to Chow junglers about it, and they say, yeah, you know, if you get a lead, it's so much easier because camps give less XP or some shit like that. So if you know, you can't just AFK farm, you know, taking their camps is so useful. So poachers might actually be useful if you get an early lead. But yeah, this probably more applies to like high elo guys. So if you guys are in like anything lower than diamond in most regions, you guys will be sweet, mate. You guys are legit probably loving this, okay? But this is just so we blow up Xayah there, but like, would I have done that damage in the old patch? Probably, because we went IE, we didn't go GA. We went straight for an IE because I just wanted to see if the damage was any different. But that damage to TF, like, it feels exactly the same. Maybe I'm blind, maybe I'm, you know, I don't know, I'm just not seeing it, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? That is legit just my opinion. I still think these guys would have died in exactly the same way had I been using old runes, masteries, and whatever. So yeah guys, anyway, that was just my opinion. Hopefully you guys appreciate it, my input and whatever. Obviously we only played 2 games, so not the biggest sample space, but yeah, we had fun doing it. Hopefully Shaco is in a better place overall, but I think in high reloads, man, like versing fucking challenger junglers who pressure you well, I think it's going to be very, very hard. But yeah, for the most part though, I think you guys will enjoy it, and hopefully you do. Let me know in the comments what you think, how you've been going. I'm always interested in how the fellow Demon Jesters are going. Just sounded like a massive fucking gimp, but gaff, let me know. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and yeah, let us know what you think of the Shack. Alright boys, peace.